Hello, my name is Esteban Muñoz. I am a consultant for the United Nations Environmental Programme. I'm going to be talking today about integrating the management of systems for green, net zero and circular neighborhoods as part of the online course Green and Thriving Neighborhoods. Welcome to Unit 2.11. Cities consume over 75% of natural resources and produce more than 50% of global waste. We need to minimize resources use and the impact on the environment. Actions in green and thriving neighborhoods comprises implementing circular economy processes, decarbonizing the energy supply with clean energy infrastructure, strengthening the systems between subsystems. Moreover, a just transition to a net zero future needs to be inclusive, not just of some actors and their priorities, but also of a range of views, including those related to climate justice. These strategies directly contribute to Sustainable Development Goal number 7, affordable and clean energy, Sustainable Development Goal 11, sustainable cities and communities, and Sustainable Development Goal number 13, climate action. This overview provides tools to catalyze change with circular economy process at the neighborhood scale. Design and plan net zero carbon neighborhoods and leverage digitalization opportunities to reach net zero targets with solutions for the urban poor. Introduction: Circular and net zero carbon neighborhoods. Driven by a culture of production, consumption, and disposal, resources flow in and out of neighborhoods in an exploitative and unsustainable linear model. The circular economy model is an alternative to this take-make-waste system. It is regenerative and restorative by design, keeping resources in use at the highest value for as long as possible. It builds upon three core principles: designing out waste and pollution, keeping products and material in use for as long as possible, and regenerating our natural system to improve the environment. Planning and design can enable circularity and resource efficiency gains. Synergies between distributed infrastructure in neighborhoods, for example, localized small-scale energy, water, food system, etc., delivers multiple linked benefits. For instance, solar panels positioned in public structures can provide shade to urban farming. The water holding capacity of urban farms can result in a reduction of the urban heat island effect. These cross-sectoral optimization are shown on a project in Singapore. The world has a goal to reach net zero emissions. Net zero means cutting greenhouse gas emissions to as close to zero as possible, with any remaining emissions reabsorbed from the atmosphere by oceans and forests, for instance. A green and thriving neighborhood will aim to minimize operational, embodied, and consumption-based emissions. Operational emissions continually occur throughout the lifetime of the neighborhood. They include emissions due to energy used in buildings, public spaces, and transportation, or emissions arising from processing waste. Embodied emissions arise from the materials and construction processes of building and infrastructure, including new construction, retrofits, and redevelopment. Consumption-based emissions come from goods and services as the people in the neighborhood buy food or clothes, travel on holiday, or invest in new technology. To achieve net zero, circular, and livable neighborhoods, the focus should become places, not only buildings. King's Cross Central in London, for example, announced on the 11th November 2021 that it has become net zero. This place for people is designed according to human scale, with variety and a sense of place and belonging. Places like King's Cross Central offer a variety of uses and engage with communities. They are better placed to reach net zero and respond to challenges arising from climate risk, lifestyle trends, technology, and social inequalities. Part 1. Catalyzing change with circular neighborhoods. In circular neighborhoods, like Hammarby Sjöstad in Sweden, the heating, transport, and waste collection system work in conjunction to reduce their long-term use of energy and resources. Hammarby Sjöstad demonstrates how high environmental targets can be met through the use of a well-developed master plan. High levels of initial investment in infrastructure and a focus on environmental-friendly housing and high-quality living environment. The Hammarby model consists of using resources in a cyclical loop. It ensures that the neighborhood systems are based on a life cycle assessment and maximize renewable resources use. Thanks to the interlinked flows of energy, water, and waste, the district recovers 50% of its energy from waste, recycles 100% of its water use, and uses 80% of the energy recovered from waste within the district limits. In circular communities, spatial planning ensures proximity between production and population. Hence, planners ensure that the community's physical structure promotes the efficient reuse, collection, and distribution of resources to support circularity. In the Moving Water Air School in Senegal, the project focused on water harvesting and distribution at the local level as needed. This design illustrates on-site management of natural resources. This project in Senegal creates contextualized and adaptable structures by excavating the material on site and compacting it to create the brick modules. Traditional building construction using the method of earthen brick modularity lends itself to easy-to-learn application techniques. The Circle City Scan tool developed by ICLEI aims to allow any local government to identify and prioritize circular opportunities for the city or region based on socioeconomic and material flow data. The method comprises 4 phases. The first step maps material flows and added value. This provides insights into where and how to create opportunities for economic development. The second step determines in which change the actions can obtain the most important circular effect. The third phase explores how the identified change can work in a circular future. In the fourth stage, an action program selects projects and formulates actions. Part 2. Net Zero Carbon, Livable Neighborhoods. Local projects at neighborhood scale provide an urban testbed to trial innovative approaches, including in design and construction and in the use of technology. For example, in French Dreamtown in Hangzhou, natural-based solutions, bioclimatic design, and curved solar canopy make the development in net zero while contributing to the place's unique identity. Net zero carbon can become a driving force for the generation of an architectural and urban planning project. King Cross Central is a pleasant, nurturing neighborhood that fits into the context of the city and its surrounding through the use of sustainable and environmental friendly design elements. To reach net zero, energy supply infrastructure should be strategically planned. It is more efficient when it is diverse, sized to expand and adapt if demand changes, and designed to accommodate local renewable energy generation. Reducing CO2 emissions is a growing challenge for the transportation system. According to the World Bank, transportation produces roughly 23% of the global CO2 emissions from fuel consumption. More alarming, transportation is the fastest growing consumer of fossil fuels and the fastest growing source of CO2 emissions. A comprehensive approach includes 1. Reduce the demand of total motorized transportation activity throughout 15-minute mixed-use neighborhoods. 2. Promote the use of low-emission transportation modes such as walking, cycling, and public transport. And 3. Use the most efficient fuel vehicle technology system possible for all trips. Designing for net zero can be a livable and affordable option. Bedset in London, for example, was designed by its architect, Bill Duster, to be zero carbon, protect the environment, and support a more sustainable lifestyle. The project integrated environmental, social, and economic targets. Environmental targets included renewables, including a biomass, a combined heat and power unit, and photovoltaics. Zero net carbon emissions, integrated water conservation strategies, reclaimed materials, a green travel plan, and biodiversity measures. Social targets included mixed tenure, 2/3 affordable or social housing, lower energy and water cost, community space, sports pitch, childcare facilities, a village square, and private gardens for most units. Economic targets included locally sourced materials, workspace for local employment and enterprise, and local available renewable energy resources. As a model, Bedset can be tailored for different uses and locations. The core principles of local sourcing, integrated mixed-use development linked with solar design, renewable power, and maximizing the community, economic, and amenity values are widely applicable. Part 3. Digital opportunities for net zero targets and for development. Digitalization brings multiple benefits to cities. It leverages synergies to meet net zero targets. It makes possible to do more with less by integrating different systems in real time. Connected applications put real-time, transparent information into the hands of users to help them make better choices. These tools can help save lives, prevent crime, reduce the disease burden, save time, reduce waste, and boost social connectivity. However, measures to protect citizens' privacy and ensure data protection are essential. McKinsey Global Institute found that smart tools could contribute significantly to achieve 70% of the Sustainable Development Goals. They could reduce fatalities by 8 to 10%, accelerate emergency response times by 20 to 35%, reduce the average commute by 10 to 20%, lower the disease burden by 8 to 15%, and cut greenhouse gas emissions by 10 to 15%. Smart mobility tools can help cities to decarbonize transportation and meet net zero goals. They include enabling electrification with smart grids, sharing with car share fleets, and enabling communication between vehicles and with the border transportation infrastructure. Mobility hubs can be close to public transport and ride-sharing stops and offer secure bicycle parking, access to city bikes, and chargers for electric vehicles. A challenge of renewable energy today is to ensure the balance between demand and supply. Digital solutions enable energy production and distribution to evolve towards a neighborhood-level model driven by consumer behavior. Real-time data transmission and smart grids allow the optimization of local renewable energy production. Moreover, international examples in deprived communities show that digital solutions can accelerate more equitable and resilient growth. Digital solutions can help deprived communities meet their socioeconomic priorities through actions implemented at a neighborhood level. They comprise digital financial service enabling access to basic neighborhood services, remote schooling, and more inclusive local government services. However, more than half of the Global South remains digitally unconnected, which requires community actions enhancing digital literacy. With simple tools, digital technology can play a role in tackling urban poor challenges. Pay-as-you-go models are now unlocking a range of urban services for the urban poor, such as water, clean cooking gas, and sanitation. Although being basic utilities, these are expensive in low-income settings. Therefore, it is necessary to create new business models to deliver them incrementally. Moreover, digital delivery channels innovations produce usage efficiency. Digital financial services can also support workers with low levels of skills and literacy so that they enhance their livelihoods. Inclusive digital solutions provide an entry point into beneficial digital activities and in the process support the development of skills and knowledge. A UNESCO review of projects in diverse geographies has shown that opportunities to enhance the participation of marginalized communities in digital innovations are increasing. Demand among this group can be promoted by policies shifting local norms towards internet use. For example, by women and girls. Co-designed solutions at community level with users who have low levels of skills and literacy promote local adoption. Finally, content localization through engaging the community lowers literacy-related barriers. Conclusion. Lessons learned. Key takeaways are: neighborhoods are the right scale to start a transformation towards circularity and cross-system optimization. Integrated design and spatial planning ensuring proximity can enable circularity and resource efficiency gains. Net zero carbon design can contribute to people-centered placemaking. It is an attractive and affordable option that is adaptable in multiple locations. Digitalization offers many opportunities in low-income cities with digital solutions tailored to the needs of the urban poor.